Hello and welcome back to Reading Past Midnight. I'm Ron Rutstein. This is the inaugural video of the Poetry Project, which I will be doing. Part of the Poetry Project will be once a week. I'm going to try and release basically a reading of 7 poems, kind of a poem a day thing, and hopefully you will enjoy them. There will be links in the notes below to each of the editions that I am reading from. With the exception of the Robbie Burns, because that's really an old edition, but his stuff is readily available. The Darkling Thrush by Thomas Hardy. I leant upon a coppice gate when frost was spectre gay, and winter's dregs made desolate the weakening eye of day. The tangled bind stems scored the sky like strings of broken lyres, and all mankind that haunted nigh had sought their household fires. The land's sharp features seemed to be the century's corpse outlent, his crypt the cloudy canopy, the wind his death lament. The ancient pulse of germ and birth was shrunken, hard and dry, as every spirit upon earth seemed fervorless as I. At once a voice arose among the bleak twigs overhead in a full-hearted, even song of joy illimited. An aged thrush, frail, gaunt, and small, in blast-beruffled plume, had chosen thus to fling his soul upon the growing gloom. So little cause for carolings of such ecstatic sound was written on terrestrial things, afar or nigh around, that I could think there trembled through this happy good-night air some blessed hope, whereof he knew, and I was unaware. Whales Weep Not by D.H. Lawrence. They say the sea is cold, but the sea contains the hottest blood of all, and the wildest, the most urgent. All the whales in the wider deeps, hot are they, as they urge on, and dive beneath the icebergs. The right whales, the sperm whales, the hammerheads, the killers, there they blow, hot, wild breath out of the sea. And they rock through the sensual, ageless ages of the depths of the 7 seas. And through the salt they reel with drunk delight, and in the tropics tremble they with love and roll with a massive, strong desire, like gods. Then the great bull lies up against his bride in the deep blue bed of the sea, as mountain pressing on mountain in the zest of life. And outward of the inward roaring of the inner red ocean of whale blood, the long tip reaches strong, intense, like the maelstrom tip, and comes to rest in the clasp of the soft, wild clutch of the she-whale's fathomless body. And over the bridge of the whale's strong phallus, linking the wonder of whales, the burning archangels under the sea keep passing, back and forth, keep passing, archangels of bliss, from him to her, from her to him, great cherubim that wait on whales in mid-ocean, suspended in the waves of the sea. Great heaven of whales on the waters, old hierarchies. And enormous mother whales lie dreaming, suckling their whale-tender young, and dreaming with strange whale eyes wide open in the waters of the beginning and the end. And bull whales gather their women and whale calves in a ring when danger threatens on the surface of the ceaseless flood, and range themselves like fierce seraphim facing the threat, encircling their huddled monsters of love. And all this happens in the sea, in the salt where God is also love, but without words. And Aphrodite is the wife of whales, most happy, happy she. And Venus among the fishes skips and is a she-dolphin. She is the gay, delighted porpoise, sporting with love, and the sea She is the female tunny fish, round and happy among the males, and dense with happy blood, dark rainbow bliss in the sea. Robert Burns, from a song. My love is like a red, red rose that's newly sprung in June. My love is like the melody that's sweetly played in tune. So fair art thou, my bonny lass, so deep in love am I. And I will love thee still, my dear, till all the seas gang dry. Till all the seas gang dry, my dear, and the rocks melt with the sun. And I will love thee still, my dear, while the sands of life shall run. And fare thee well, my only love, and fare thee well a while, and I will come again, my love, though it were 10,000 miles. Shakespeare, Sonnet 116. Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. Love is not love which alters when its alteration finds or bends with the remover to remove. Oh no, it is an ever-fixed mark that looks on tempests and is never shaken. It is the star to every wandering bark, whose worth's unknown, although his height be taken. Love's not time's fool, though rosy lips and cheeks within his bending sickle's compass come. Love alters not with his brief hours and weeks, but bears it out even to the edge of doom. If this be error, and upon me proved, I never writ nor no man ever loved. Jorge Luis Borgia, to a minor poet of the Greek anthology. Where now is the memory of the days that were yours on earth, and wove joy with sorrow, and made a universe that was your own? The river of years has lost them from its numbered current. You are a word in an index. To others the gods gave glory that has no end. Inscriptions, names on coins, monuments, conscientious historians. All that we know of you, eclipsed friends, is that you heard the nightingale one evening. Among the asphodels of the shadow, your shade, in its vanity, must consider the gods ungenerous. But the days are a web of small troubles, and is there a greater blessing than to be the ash of which oblivion is made? Above other heads the gods kindled the inexorable light of glory, which peers into the secret parts and discovers each separate fault. Glory that at last shrivels the rose it reveres. They were more considerate with you, brother. In the rapt evening that will never be night, you listen without end to Theocritus' nightingale. Sailing to Byzantium, William Butler Yeats. This is no country for old men, the young in one another's arms, birds in the trees, those dying generations at their song, the salmon falls, the mackerel crowded seas, fish, flesh, or fowl commend all summer long whatever is begotten, born, and dies. Caught in that sensual music, all neglect monuments of unaging intellect. An aged man is but a paltry thing, a tattered coat upon a stick, unless soul clap its hands and sing, and louder sing, for every tatter in its mortal dress, nor is there singing school, but studying monuments of its own magnificence. And therefore I have sailed the seas, and come to the holy city of Byzantium. O sages standing in God's holy fire, as the gold mosaic of a wall come from the holy fire, pairn in a gyre, and be the singing masters of my soul. Consume my heart away, sick with desire and fastened to a dying animal it knows not what it is, and gather me into the artifice of eternity. Once out of nature, I shall never take my bodily form from any natural thing, but such a form as Grecian goldsmiths make of hammered gold and gold enameling to keep a drowsy emperor awake, or set upon a golden bough to sing to lords and ladies of Byzantium of what is past, or passing, or to come. Walt Whitman, the final stanza from the Song of Myself. The spotted hawk swoops by and accuses me. He complains of my gab and my loitering. I, too, am not a bit tamed. I, too, am untranslatable. The sound of my barbaric yawp over the roofs of the world. The last scud of day holds back for me. It flings my likeness after the rest, and true as any on the shadowed wilds, it coaxes me to the vapor and the dusk. I depart as air. I shake my white locks at the runaway sun. I effuse my flesh in eddies and drift it in lacy jags. I bequeath myself to the dirt to grow from the grass I love. If you want me again, look for me under your boot soles. You will hardly know who I am or what I mean, but I shall be good health to you nevertheless, and filter and fiber your blood. Failing to fetch me at first, keep encouraged. Missing me one place, search another. I stop somewhere, waiting for you. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you in about a week with 7 more poems.